Hello everyone, I'm Ryujin and I'm here today to react to the RTX 2021 at-home RWBY panel. This is the first information that we'll really be getting about RWBY Volume 9 and, perhaps a couple other stuff. I know that they do have the RWBY Beyond panel that's going to be happening in later on in the week, but I do get the sense that aside from having like a Q&A, they are going to share some things other than just, footage of Volume 9 itself, which I am kind of expecting probably just a trailer, though. Either way, this is going to be more of a quick bits reaction, if it even goes out. I don't really know, again, what I'm going to be getting into, but in case there's a video to be made here, hey, I'm here making it. So, I'm also in the middle of scripting something for a Volume 8 review, and that is really getting me thinking about what Volume 9 can entail, even though I don't really want to predict or assume anything about Volume 9 at all, because even though Volume 8 does a really good job throughout the whole thing, really escalating the show, elevating it, turning it into there's this progression of magic and darkness and depth, and we have things like Tyrion and Mercury going to Vacuo, things like the Hound are now possible to exist in the future, and we have all of these other things that are setting up the future of the show, but we don't know anything about the immediate future of the show. We just don't. And, because the ending, it has Crow and the Aesops and Robin on the ship. It has Wonderland and those that we know are there. And we have the team that is made it to Vacuo and probably won't be getting into too much until, Team Ruby, John, and maybe Neo get out of Wonderland. So I don't know what at all to expect, but I don't want to delay any further. So here we go.
Yeah, so I'm super excited for this announcement. No one has talked about this yet before. I've been looking forward to being the first person to ever talk about this ever on the internet. So I cannot wait to exclusively bring you this news that nobody has heard already from Jeffrey Bezos's Amazon.com.
Congratulations!
Get there,
Jeffrey Bezos.
We have a new Scholastic novel coming out from E.C.
Okay.
Myers. It is going to be the third book.
Nope, nobody knows about this yet. This is new.
The Vacuo arc stuff that he has already done. We are jumping into something different. People have been wondering if it is a bit of a origin story. I will confirm that much.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, that is.
I imagine it might be a lot like
cool stuff, world building details.
It might be
a lot of great information.
It's a really fun
novels
read.
Super fun.
Before, especially. I mean, I haven't read Before the Dawn yet, but I have
read. I read it in like
After the Fall, and that jumps back and forth, past and present.
Yeah, I read it. I read it really fast. I was super into it. But
I think it's probably honestly going to be
fine. It was spoiled.
So the Volume 8 soundtrack will come out at some point, but not right now.
TBD.
So. In the meantime, and because we do love you all, we are going to have the single for Friend out streaming, and you can get it now.
They actually have for artists
by AG Nonsuch in collaboration with Sirs and Madams Entertainment. Kind of just to tide you over a little bit, but we appreciate your patience.
Unexpected, but not unwelcome
please,
at all.
Cool. send all of the love to Jeff and Casey.
That art really does encapsulate the song.
We'll have more news in the future,
really?
But until then, just listen to Friends on repeat.
Oh God, I'm tearing up.
Asking about the Volume 8.
Why don't we roll this really cool clip?
Is this video game? I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's the first actual genuine look at this game. So this is them trying to get ready the this is Volume 7 Chapter 5 era of
Team Ruby,
the show all
we're
in
reading
one.
massive grim activity all over Solitas. What's going on?
Roger, we're on it.
And now it's time for you to prove it.
We're ready. Licensed huntresses now, remember?
Yeah, this is
Don't you mean fresh meat?
pre-alpha, but not even alpha. This is pre-alpha gameplay. Very interesting title.
Looks like Bianca was right about those new huntresses.
Who are they?
Wait, what are they even doing here?
What? What? Who the fuck are they? And why were they in like actual?
Those
Naughty.
Like Maya
Super
engine.
awesome.
shit.
excited
Oh
about
my
this.
god.
Wanna know
Super
everything
awesome.
about
So
that.
we've got
Yeah, we
Maya
talked about it,
cutscenes
a
along
little
with
bit
the
last year, but
gameplay.
we
That's
have, We
awesome.
finally have a lot more details to share.
I thought it would be more of a
Our
Shantae
cool
art style, but this
collaboration
is
with
genuinely
WayForward and Arc
cool.
Systems Works is going to be called
Okay.
Ruby Arrowfell.
Let's watch an exclusive clip from Volume 9.
Yes.
What can they even share? What can this even be? What is this music? So it's a little bit of a recap, a little bit of a flashback. Yeah. Yeah, no, they really need to... Yeah, getting more into the characters. Yeah.
Should have never been born.
You didn't have to get so into the moment, Rooster Teeth. My heart is like stopping. Oh my god. What are you doing? How much of the first episode is gonna be this? What? Oh, okay, no, this is just the shimmering, the particle effects. What are you... How much time do they have to... So are they just down here? Are they just floating for a good chunk? Before they get sucked into... What? So was that just a visual barrier that you couldn't see behind it? It didn't necessarily evoke the fact that they moved somewhere? Okay. What is this? What are these? Are these like sea stars? What the hell? You got some shells. God, man. Where was Blake in all of that? If they fell together, I don't know. People are two suns, going full in on the two suns that. Those fairies? I gotta... Jesus Christ.
It's gonna... It's a different volume.
Maybe.
I kind of don't want to say too much.
Yeah, it's a weird one to talk about, for sure.
Yeah.
Just a...
And the
you
more we
can't
say
say
that, I
anything.
think the more it's going to
cannot
drive
say
everybody crazy,
anything.
and also to even wilder possibilities. But
so
it is
excited.
a couple things I will say is that there have been a lot of people that have said on the crew that have said that this is their favorite volume.
It's
I've
gonna
also
be mine.
I
heard,
think it's my favorite.
most
Legit.
unique volume.
It's the tasty bite of ginger before you have your next sushi roll.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Palate
way to
cleanser.
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only the
Oh,
You know, it's
Like
definitely gonna be
ginger.
slower,
It's,
a little bit
and
And
I mean,
removed,
talk about
but
it
that's
a little too.
good.
Oh, go ahead, Nettie, please.
But
I didn't mean to
that
interrupt.
is
like,
good.
especially like the after like kind of the intensity of like volume 8 that's just like gets more and more and more
Yeah,
intense.
you have to
This
pull it
is,
back a little bit
it's-
and let the characters
Man,
go.
I don't want to say too much, but it is.
Yeah,
it's tough.
I mean, it's
That's
a
how you
smaller
write. That's-
story.
That's what happens.
Sure.
That's what
Yeah.
Volume 4 was
A
after
little bit
Volume 3.
wider
That's,
in some ways. In some ways.
yeah.
In other ways, not.
In other ways, not.
Yeah.
No.
Well, like that scene exactly.
There's
Like,
a lot
whoa,
that
that
it
was
needs to get to in
intense,
itself too, though. Yeah.
That was.
Bye,
fingers crossed.
everybody. Thank you. Stay safe.
Thanks for watching.
Thank
All right.
you.
Much love, thank you.
Okay. All right. Now that we can actually take a step back and dissect maybe what happened, they said a lot of what I was already thinking about Volume 9. That after Volume 3, you have a volume like Volume 4. Volume 8 is the same way. That we are going to have a lot more personal journeys, personal growth through a lot of the characters, that it's going to be a lot slower, and then it has its own beats that it needs to get to. It's going to be weird, as if we didn't already know that. So, yeah, there's just so... It's going to be slower. I know there's going to be a lot of people who are not going to like that. I'm going to be fine with it. 100%, totally 150%, I'm going to be fine with the pace that it is going to have, because it is going to be slower, and especially having Volume 8, the fastest paced volume in the show's history, it needs to be slower. And it's going to be weird. It's going to be magical. Probably in a lot of different ways. We're all mad down here, right? Probably a whole host of characters that, you know, aside from whether or not it's the afterlife, which I don't even know. I am going to assume absolutely nothing about Volume 9. Other than it's probably going to have its own characters that, you know, maybe are only going to be here for Volume 9, who cannot leave this realm. Something like that. It's going to be insane. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. I'm going to love every bit of it. Volume 9 is definitely my most anticipated volume of RWBY's history. I am going to go into every reaction probably about to pop off. I don't know. And I do plan to react to it. But, you know, I whatever. And seeing Ruby fall for a lot longer than we thought she would be falling in first person, fighting Neo, and, you know, honing in on the fact that, no, these characters literally thought they were dying. They thought they were dying. They thought they watched each other die. Ruby thought she saw her sister die. And that might actually be true, kind of, but they might rise from the dead, who knows? But, like, again, we don't know. We have absolutely no idea what Volume 9 is going to be, but I am going to love it. I am going to absolutely love it. Because I don't really watch RWBY for the fights. I just don't. Volume 8's fights did not disappoint me because there was nothing that I wanted to personally get out of them in the first place. So, you know, having this slower volume, having all of these character journeys that are inevitably going to happen and come out of this, you know, I mean, I teared up when we were watching, when we saw the cover art for Friend. I don't consider myself somebody who, like, really gets emotionally invested in the moment from a show because, like, it's a show, right? But I might actually bawl my eyes out in Volume 9, and I want to see that happen. I legitimately do. I want to see myself cry in Volume 9. But I don't want this to go on for too much longer, so hopefully you enjoyed this RTX at Home 2021 RWBY panel highlights reaction. That's all I really have to say. I hope you look forward to the content that I have to put out during the off-season. And Volume 9, you know, they don't have a release date for it yet, meaning that it's probably not going to be happening in late October, early November. I really don't expect it to happen at all in 2021. I think it's going to be early 2022. I honestly do. So all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. You know, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. I'm Raijin Rising. Have a good one. Take care.